Hi everyone, this is your favorite friend Jay or Jaylan Salah as you formerly know her, film critic at In Session Film, Geek Vibes Nation, and Kit Loves Movies. Today I have another channel favorite, Christopher Kulik, Stone Gasman, as we all know him on Twitter, and we are tackling a classic, one that I think our generation in specific loves and adores so much, the 1995 Clueless. Directed by Amy Heckerling, starring the dazzling Alicia Silverstone, Stacey Dash, Brittany Murphy, Paul Rudd, film debut. Can you believe it? Also, there is like a small appearance by Jeremy Sisto being a very sleaze, gross guy. So it has all, it has everything. It has fashion, it has great characters. It's a very great film and empowering for women. Honestly, I really feel very good after watching it. So, Chris, just happy to have you here again.
I am very, very happy to be here, Jay. Yes, I've seen Clueless many times over the course of 30 years. It's been out now. That's
Mhm.
crazy to think.
Yeah.
I saw it in the theater initially. Did you see it in the theater initially, or
No. Home
no?
rental video.
I saw it with a fairly packed crowd, mostly teenagers, and I think the crowd loved it so much that a lot of them didn't leave when the end credits started. You know, when all the names started popping out and the colors and everything. Oh, it's so awesome. But okay. So I think we should do a quick rundown here because okay, so writer director Amy Heckerling was just coming off a very successful series of films called Look Who's Talking, a franchise called Look Who's Talking, which I'll talk about a little bit later. But Paramount came to her and said, "Look, you directed Fast Times at Ridgemont High, which is this iconic teen movie of the 1980s. Make another teen movie. Make another teen movie. We'll put it out." And apparently, Amy Heckerling, the first thing she thought of was the book that she read in high school and fell in love with in high school, which was Emma by Jane Austen.
Definitely
So
ingenuous.
what convinced me that I mean, when I saw Clueless, I walked in as an Amy Heckerling fan, and I walked out thinking this is her magnum opus. I think it does surpass Fast Times, even though that's considered a touchstone of teen cinema. But the real test was when I showed it to my parents. They avoided teen, quote unquote, teen bopper movies like The Plague. And I didn't blame them. They
Of
were in
course
their
not.
early 50s at that time. It's like we don't have the time or the interest in watching teen movies at the moment. Well, look, my father was an English teacher for 20 years, taught high school English for 20 years. I thought if he might appreciate this.
Because
I managed to put it on for both of them. And they were worried. They were like, "Clueless. What does that mean?" Like, like even the title was like, it didn't register with them. The moment we first hear the song "We're the Kids of America" and we have those close-up shots of them going all around the Jeep and everything, my father was ready to turn it off. And I think I'm willing to bet that a lot of other adults who gave the film a chance were ready to turn it off at that point until Cher started her inner monologue and explained what is this looks like a Noxzema commercial or something, And we realized immediately that this movie is going to be a lot more smarter than the average teen movie. By the 20-minute mark, he instantly recognized Emma. And I think he also realized that apparently another source that Amy Heckerling drew from was Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, the book by Anita Loos, when it came to the positivity of the characters.
oh,
So it was actually two inspirations for Clueless. And like I said, my father, he got all the references. He liked how the teachers were written and portrayed, especially Wallace. Let's go ahead and go, which is, of course, Brittany Murphy, the breakout star of Clueless, who ended up having one of the most tragic and heartbreaking demises any Hollywood star has ever had. Now, I'm going to just a brief, like in 10, 15 seconds. What happened was, even though, I mean, I've seen the documentaries, I've read everything. Brittany Murphy, unfortunately, was she was an idealist. She was a romantic. She was looking for some man who would take care of her and love her for who she is.
the road to
Ashton
demise,
Kutcher was not
dedication,
that guy, obviously.
obviously. So this is the road to
So, and
demise. I
she
wish
started
women would
dating some
stop.
other guys, and she,
Like, I wish women would stop with this fantasy. It does not exist. Guys,
yeah,
look for a guy
and
who
she,
would share partnership, who would build the house. Don't go into this, like a man who would love me for myself. No, 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 no. Like,
100%.
definitely.
Yes. Yeah, she was looking for something that didn't exist. But I mean, and she was too pure for Hollywood. She
That's
was
so
too
true.
pure of a person. She was basically seduced by a vampirish con man
Yeah.
who drained her financially, emotionally, and physically until there was nothing left.
Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah. In a nutshell, that's exactly what happened. She lost a significant amount of weight. She died of pneumonia. And really, she would have lived if only her husband had sent her to a doctor.
See?
That's what it basically boils down to. Yeah.
So
There's
much.
now watching Clueless. Does it ruin the film's enjoyment? Absolutely not.
No,
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 no.
no, no, no.
Even if you have the knowledge of what happened to Brittany Murphy, even if you do have the knowledge, sure, there's a couple of lines you can retroactively look. I mean, when she talks about death or when she talks about her hips or something like that. But no, it does not ruin the enjoyment of the movie. And she is wonderful, of course. I mean, when she sings the Mentos commercial, I always smile. But then she taps it at the end with the actual lyrics from the commercial, which is full of life. And, it's heartbreaking. What happened to her was so heartbreaking and cruel and avoidable and disgusting that it boggles the mind. And there's a documentary out there. Everybody should check it out. It's on Max. It's from Bloomhouse, probably the best thing they ever produced. And Amy Heckerling is interviewed at length. She's interviewed at length talking about Brittany Murphy and Kathy Najimy, one of her friends. She became very vulnerable at a certain point in her life, and that was it.
Can't wait.
But I mean, and Brittany Murphy is awesome in this movie, but everybody's awesome. I mean, Wallace Shawn, Twink Kaplan, Breckin Meyer as Travis, who I really like. Oh,
He's
I'll throw out
awesome.
this right now to get out of the Brittany Murphy story, but yes, the original roles that they had planned to give the roles to. Cher was going to be played by Sarah Michelle Gellar, Buffy.
No, 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 no. Oh my God, she would have been
And
hideous.
Travis would have been played by Seth Green.
Okay, no. Still no. A big no, no.
And then Dave Chappelle as Dion, and then Dave Chappelle was Dion's boyfriend. Now, they weren't cast because they were considered too jaded to play the teenage characters in the movie, so they weren't cast. But thank goodness, because Alicia Silverstone, Stacey Dash, and Brittany Murphy, and they're all awesome, and they're all
Absolutely.
perfect in these roles. I would not change any casting pick here.
Me too. And Stacey Dash Dion is my best. She's my bestie. I just love her so much. She's just amazing. She's amazing.
Yeah.
I love them. I love even their friendship. It felt very genuine to me. Like it felt like such great female friendships. This is why I'm telling you, this is a very empowering, uplifting film for women. There are no sad
Yes.
stories. There are no traumas being explored. There is no rivalry between women on a man. It's a very empowering and loving story. And I love the character Cher. I love that she's this ditzy blonde, but at the same time, she has something to say out in the world. She's trying to figure out her
Oh,
way.
yes.
So I love this film so much. What I wanted to ask you, Chris, because for
Yes.
our picks, you pick a lot of films about women. I want to ask you your interest. Do you think, because I asked a lot of my guy friends this question before, that stories about women are much more enriching, are much more like fleshy, three-dimensional? What do you think we attract us, but specifically intelligent, like informed cinephile friend men to stories about women in film?
Because in terms of cinema, they're very rare. And they're very rarely given the attention that they deserve, I think. I mean, yeah, I mean, for 90, 100 years, women directors have become an endangered species in Hollywood for, it's crazy to think that, we had women directors during the silent era. I mean, the highest paid director in 1920 was a woman. The highest paid screenwriter in 1920 was a woman. And after that, when women got the right to vote, there were no women directors in Hollywood for 50 years, with two exceptions. Um,
Catherine
Ida
Bigelow?
Lupino well, Catherine Bigelow came much later
Mhm.
when she started out in the 80s with films like Near Dark and Blue Steel with Jamie Lee Curtis. She would be somebody interesting to look at too, as well as Amy Heckerling.
Very.
But
You
uh,
have to.
I mean, Amy Heckerling to me, she usually stayed in the realm of comedy, and she's made several romantic comedies that I've liked and watched many times over the years. So she's actually one of my favorite female directors, even though she does have her fair share of stinkers as well. But I am just fascinated by the fact that there's so few women directors. Their stories tend to be much more compelling than what is generally come out, than what generally comes out of Hollywood, especially when they're written by men and always have that male point of view, which not always, but tends to skew towards the perverted.
Or the sad.
And so, I mean, I am always welcome towards women's voices in film. I mean, you know, I let's see. So, okay, and Amy Heckerling is no exception. Now, one of the reasons I was going to say that Clueless has these strong female characterizations, it's really a character study. Unlike Fast Times at Ridgemont High, which is a little too sloppy. I mean, and that movie was more of a collaboration between director Amy Heckerling and writer Cameron Crowe, who of course later became a director himself with Say Any, Almost Famous, one of my favorites, and everything. Fast Times was more of a collaboration, but it was based on Cameron Crowe's book. It was Amy Heckerling's breakout project for Universal. It made a nice amount of money, and even though critics kind of dismissed it as just being another teen sex comedy, it was really a lot more than that. I mean, Jennifer Jason Leigh, is forced to make a decision to have an abortion because some guy decided to flake out on her. Those were very rare in teen films at the time, very, very rare. So you had those characters. Clueless, on the other hand, is a character study. It looks at how Cher, grows from girlhood to womanhood and learns about her environment. She's never mean to people. Yes, she does judge people, but she's not mean at
She's
all.
not mean.
And that's why I think I'm yeah, and also she's funny. But I mean, and things don't always go her way. I feel bad for her when she doesn't get her driver's license. But you got to learn these things. They're
Exactly.
important. I mean,
Part of the journey.
you know, yeah, I mean, it's part of the journey. Exactly. 100% part of the journey.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So why do you think this
So,
particular,
I
yeah,
mean, go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, why do you think this particular character, Cher, we find her that iconic? Because I feel like we really find her iconic. Why?
I I think because of the fact not just for the fact that she's based on a Jane Austen character, although that helps. I mean, that gives the character a little bit of a influence, which is awesome. But at the same time, I think that she grows and changes in subtle ways. I mean, just in the way she talks, the way she dresses. A lot of I think Alicia Silverstone went through like 67 dress fittings, like 67 costumes in the movie, and a lot of the costumes reflect how the characters are. Like she with her yellow outfit, very sunny, and then you have Dion who's wearing these like jungle prints and everything because that showcases her sexual journey as a character. So
Exactly.
yeah, it's like yeah, I mean that's the thing is that I mean unlike most of other Amy Heckerling's films, especially after you see all five of the previous ones she did before Clueless, this one just explodes with all those colors, bright pop colors, and even though the soundtracks in Amy's films have always been great, I think Clueless is an exception just because of the fact that, virtually everything is a staple of the 90s. I mean, it captures 1995, it's a period piece. And, it's not a movie that I'm embarrassed to go back to. It's not, to me, because it makes fun of the 90s while at the same time embracing it. With the Mentos commercials and Ren and Stimpy, Beavis and Butthead, all these little things. And then the CNN, oh yeah, probably one of the most, the line I couldn't stop laughing at, even though in real world terms it's not that funny. When she says, "I thought they declared peace in the Middle East." Oh no, 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 no,
So
no,
funny.
no.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I can't help but laugh at that.
And
But
it's very indicative of America too. Like this line to me
oh,
is your average American. Seriously, I can imagine it's such an American line. Yeah. So that
heck, and Heckerling makes some brilliant satiric points, all scattered throughout her script, and with this delightful vernacular, which she had learned from high school students herself. I mean, with Cameron Crowe in Fast Times, he went undercover and discovered that okay, kids like to hang out at the mall and talk about sex, basically, but there was nothing deep about that. Lewis much more deep than that. It goes much deeper than that. It has a lot more structure, a lot more heart to it. Not putting Fast Times down. I'm just saying that I think Clueless, unlike Fast Times, is
superior.
timeless, and it has this ability to win over people that don't necessarily like Fast Times or teen movies in general. It has that widespread appeal. And granted, it didn't have blockbuster numbers in 1995, but it made a very generous profit for the studio, and that's what spawned the Clueless television series, which I've never seen an episode of.
Thankfully, I don't think we need
Yeah,
to.
there was this, I think, of all nine of Amy Heckerling's films. I just think it has the best cast, the best structure, the biggest laughs. I mean, there's some massive LOL moments all throughout this movie. Little things like Ty hitting her head on the lamp and the party scene, just scattered all throughout the movie. What are some of your favorite moments or dialogue or words from the movie?
I love as if. Ew, I love her gross out moments. I just like the way she reacts to people. Like she's just ew, like how could you dare imagine me? And the idea that she's like telling the robber that what she's wearing is designer clothing. I just love this part so much because it reminded me
Oh
of
yeah.
like the brand or the like Signé obsessed women of the 90s when everything was just affordable and women wanted to work hard or just be rich so that they can have all these lovely clothes. So it was just such an iconic moment. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, kill me, but just don't take my designer clothes. I can't ruin them for you. It's been in many instances. Are these fashionista women just attract my attention? Probably because I'm not them, but I just love them so much. The way they give care to these possessions, these pricey items. So I just love this moment too. I love her speech. I love her monologue. I just love the way, even when she discovered like the guy she had a crush on was gay and how she was just so progressive about it. And it's a 90s film and there's nothing derogatory. I love a lot of moments. Just, I don't really like the your version who can't drive moment because I feel like it's unnecessary mean. But then, I don't know, probably because Cher had to get a wake-up call at a certain point. So this moment had to happen. This one
A
is
virgin who can't drive. That's the line I never forgot. Yeah.
I feel it's an unnecessary mean moment, but it had to be because Cher had to get a wake-up call of sorts. Like get over yourself, Cher. Come on, baby.
Hmm. And they don't have like shared, get petty revenge against Ty or
No.
anything. No, 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 no. No, I like how they just immediately make up in like the next scene they're together. That was, that's sweet. That's really, really sweet.
Yeah.
And see what, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I can't think of a single complaint I can make about Clueless. I really can't. It's it's a perfect timeless movie. It's one of the best teen, it's not just one of the best teen films of the 90s, but of the decade period. And it represents the decade so well, so much
Also, like
without being embarrassing or gaudy or cringy or anything like that. Yeah.
I love Dan
But
Hedaya as
okay,
her
Paul
father.
Rudd. Oh, Dan Hedaya,
I just
yes.
love him so much.
Get
He's
out of my
amazing.
chair.
And all his moments with her are just so funny. The way they even interact, like it feels like they're from two different worlds, is just hilarious.
Dan Hedaya said that this was the most wonderful part that he ever did in his entire career
Really?
was playing Cher's father. Yes. Yeah. If anything happens to my daughter, I got a 45 and a shovel. I doubt anybody would miss you. The laughter in the theater was deafening. I'm
Wow.
not kidding. It was deafening. It's like, that's how you handle your daughter's beau. It's okay. That's how you do it.
It's awesome. So Paul Rudd, because I feel like Paul Rudd has a lot of love.
Yeah.
What do you
But
think of Paul
Paul
Rudd?
Rudd in his first film, like it's such a big meaty part for a first performance. I mean, he knocks it out of the park immediately. How? How did he do it? And how has he not aged at all?
This one is
He
scary.
looks exactly the same 30 years later. It's scary.
It is. And it doesn't seem
I
like
think
he's had work. Like it seems like he has naturally good genes because some of them I feel like, okay, you guys, you say they didn't age, but they really had a lot of shit work done. But not this one. I feel like
did
this
he
is him.
take
This
he
is
took the
because of
substance.
substance. He discovered it before anyone else.
Ant-Man. And yes, can I just clarify, Halloween fans, bless your hearts, he did not make his film debut in The Curse of Michael Myers. It was in Clueless. It was 30 days before Curse of Michael Myers came out. Sorry, Clueless got to the finish line first.
Exactly.
And honestly, I don't know what's going on with him in that Halloween film. He sounds like he's dubbed. It's
Yeah,
really bizarre. I don't
it
know if you've ever
doesn't sound
seen.
like his voice. It doesn't sound like his
Doesn't
voice at
sound like
all.
him at
Because
all.
I've seen all the Halloween films because of preparing for the Women in Session film podcast. So when I saw him in this film, I cringed. I was like, how? Like, how can he be that bad here and that good in Clueless? Like, he was terrible, seriously. So yeah, definitely he was dubbed.
Yes. Yes. But luckily, we've enjoyed many, many films with him since then. I mean, I Love You, Man, or
This is
Role
40.
Models. Yeah.
Oh my God, he made like This is 40 is one of my favorites because it's like insane when he has like a fight with his daughter over Lost and Mad Men. Or I just love this movie so much. It's insane. It's a crazy funny film. It's really funny. I think he's been in some of the great funny films ever.
Hmm. Hmm. Allow me to mention just one trivia bit that I came across that I think is too good to pass up. Let me just read this real quick. The high school where the students attend in Clueless is Bronson Alcott High School. Bronson Alcott was a 19th century transcendentalist writer, best known for starting an ultimately unsuccessful utopian community called Fruitlands, and for being the father of Little Women author Louisa May Alcott.
Oh wow.
At
Okay.
one time, Amy Heckerling dated Bronson Pinchot, whose middle name is Alcott after the author. Bronson Alcott is also the name of the prep school in Nat Hentoff's 1976 novel, This School is Driving Me Crazy, where the protagonist's father is headmaster, and it is also the name of a character in author V.C. Andrews' Dawn series.
VC Anders, who's VC Anders? What did they do? Oh my God, what are all these connections? They're all like very mind-blowing literary connections. Wow, what the
Mind-blowing literary connections. That's what I'm saying. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, as funny as it is, it doesn't have any of this.
no, no, no.
This is why I far prefer Clueless. Yeah,
It's pop culture
yeah.
defined. It's
Go
not
ahead.
simply a movie. Seriously.
100%. 100%.
I mean,
Seriously.
I
Hmm.
don't even see it as a teen movie.
Now, would you like to? Yeah, it goes beyond teen movies. It really does. I mean, I actually look at it as a legitimate Jane Austen adaptation, albeit a little bit loose, but yeah, it's there. And I did like the Gwyneth Paltrow movie from the 90s, and I also like the recent one with Anya
Anya.
Taylor-Joy and yes, 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 and what's her name? Maxine and Pearl.
Oh,
Why is her
Mia
name
Goth.
escaping me right now?
Mia.
Mia Goth. They are best friends in real life. They are best friends in real life. So that's what makes that version enjoyable. But I
Very.
still think Clueless is the one I'd go back to the most
Me
would be
too.
Clueless. Yeah.
Me too. I think it's modern. It's a modern retelling, and I love sometimes modern retellings more than faithful adaptations if done right. Like if done right. If you understand
100%.
exactly. So tell me your ranking of Amy Heckerling films.
Yes, let's do this. Yeah. Well, I watched all her films over the past week again. I'd seen most of them before. And okay, so number nine at the bottom, at the very, very bottom, National Lampoon's European Vacation. And let's just say that as much as I love the first vacation movie, this movie,
Me too.
uh, she was a director for hire. She had no control over what she had to shoot. And unfortunately, there was a few sexist jokes that unfortunately got through. Like, okay, it opens with the Griswolds on a game show, and the game show host starts molesting the daughter. There's a scene later in a French cafe where the waiter says that the daughter has a nice little ass. You get the point.
Exactly.
It's a
Ew.
very disgusting movie, and it's not funny at all. Not
No.
funny at all. So, and number eight is actually Look Who's Talking To, which I don't find as a sequel. I don't find it as offensive as European Vacation, but it's still, there was no reason for Look Who's to be made, and Heckerling did not want to do it. To be fair to her, she did not want to do
It
Look Who's
shows.
Talking To. It does show. I mean, like, and I don't know why Mel Brooks gave the voice of Mr. Toilet. I don't know why. Oh, and I can't stand Roseanne Barr. That's the other thing. The scenes of the baby Roseanne Barr in the womb, creepy. It's horror film.
Awful.
It's
Yeah,
it,
exactly. It's a
it,
horror film.
it's a
You're right.
horror film. It's a 100% a horror film. So yeah, that's Look Who's Talking To. Number seven would be Loser with Jason Biggs and Amina Safari. I saw it in the theater after Clueless. I was like, this is a massive step down. And when I rewatched it, I realized, okay, this is her variation on The Apartment, the Billy Wilder.
Exactly, which I love.
It's just not nearly as funny or memorable or exciting. I mean, I tried with Jason Biggs and Mina Savari. I mean, there was a sweetness there. It just wasn't enough. It just
Can't
wasn't enough.
be Shirley
Number
MacLaine and
six
Jack
is
Lemmon. You just
yes, thank you. And give me Fred McMurray over Greg Kinnear. Thank you.
what? I'm sorry. This is too iconic, guys. You can't remake that.
I did not buy Greg Kinnear as this professor having an affair with Mia Savari. I just did not buy it at all. Number six, which is actually Amy's last film as of now, is Vamps, where she was reunited with Alicia
Late.
Silverstone. But it also has Sigourney Weaver, Malcolm McDowell, and a bunch of Amy Heckerling alum from like Fast Times, Loser, other films. It's okay.
It's not bad,
It's
yeah.
a, it's not bad. The budget hurts it, and I think that I don't think that it was as um, sharp as it could have been. I think it there was a lot of interesting ideas. I did laugh a few times. I love the women in it. It just wasn't quite enough.
Yes. It
Number
could have been
five,
better.
and I don't regret this. Yes, and number five, even though I saw this movie the most times as a kid, unfortunately, it's now on the middle of the road. The first Look Who's Talking. Now, you know what's interesting? Uh, Amy Heckerling had an affair with Harold Ramis, who directed the first Vacation movie. They had a baby named Molly, and she was the inspiration for the Look Who's Talking movies. And also because of Amy Heckerling being a single mom in the entertainment industry, which she would write later in another film. But Look Who's Talking, it depends upon this gimmick, which is Bruce Willis is giving the voice of the baby.
Exactly.
That's the whole gimmick of the movie. John Travolta, Christy Alley, they got chemistry.
I love them
They
both
are
the
very
same.
sweet together.
Like this was my favorite
You
movie
think
as a
so?
kid. As a kid, I loved this movie.
Really?
As a kid, I was
I
a
know
kid.
every I
I
know
adored it.
I know
But
every
now
bit by heart. I
I
know every
know I don't want to watch it now. I'm
Wait a
afraid.
minute.
But seriously, like I
Wait a
cannot.
minute. These things come in different when the baby says, wait a minute, these things come in different sizes? What are these, jumbos? And John Travolta says, what are you staring at there? Looks like you're thinking the same thing I am. Lunch. Lunch. Look, there's still big laughs in it. It's very dated. The movie is so dated now. I mean,
Fine.
yeah, I mean, it's watchable. I mean, there are laughs in it, but yeah, there's something about it that it doesn't hold up. And it depends upon that Bruce Willis gimmick. If you had taken that gimmick away, the movie would not have made $297 million worldwide. That's how big it was. It was the biggest hit of Amy Heckerling's career. Yeah.
Wow.
And the movie was only made for 7.5 million. Made
Imagine.
$297 million. That's blockbuster.
Got
Okay.
it. Exactly.
But it doesn't hold up.
I'm
It
glad
doesn't
I
hold
didn't
up.
watch it
Number
today.
four, you could, yeah, you should,
I don't
but
I don't
might as
want to
well
ruin my
go.
childhood. I don't want to ruin it. I just watch these movies. Baby's Day Out, this one, a lot of them. I just watch them every Christmas. I can't ruin my child.
No, don't make me wear clothes with animals on them, Mom. No, I don't
Exactly.
like
I love
this.
this.
Makes me look stupid. Like, I still laugh at it. It's funny. It just,
Yeah. I don't know.
yeah.
I will always
Number,
remember being a kid watching it. Mm.
yes, me too. I watched it so many damn times. Number four, Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Okay. Number
Yeah,
four.
now we're getting interesting. Now we're getting
Aha.
interesting. Look, I don't return to many teen movies. I just don't. And I think all of us, when we get older, it's like, okay, do we really want to go back to another high school movie where we're walking the hallways, we're sitting in the desk, we're dealing with all the pranksters and the bullies and the potheads, and look, Fast Times is funny, hilarious at points. But here again, it's too sloppy. There's no structure to it. We just spend another year with high school students dealing with another year of school. The ending rips off American Graffiti. For better or for worse, it does rip off American Graffiti, and it just I don't think it's the cultural touchstone that some people make it out to be. I think it's a little overrated.
I love this
Just a
perspective.
little bit. I
Yeah.
mean, don't get me wrong. There are hilarious moments in it. I mean, Sean Penn is the surfer Spicoli. I was like, it's just a matter of looking at that wave and being like, "Hey, bud, let's party." Like, no, there are great moments in it. It just, yeah. Number three, Johnny Dangerously with Michael Keaton and Mary Lou Henner from Taxi. Now, this is a spoof of 1930s gangster films,
Is it funny?
but I think it was a little too sophisticated for even its target audience because the dialogue is full of let me just make sure I get the word correctly so I don't screw it up. The dialogue is full of, and to be fair, she didn't write it, but oh, wait a minute here. I'm so sorry. Okay, yeah, Johnny Dangerously. Part of the film's comedic appeal is the clever and frequent use of malapropisms by Johnny and other crime characters, especially in instances where curse words were intended. It's hilarious. Like when he introduces himself to Mary Lou Henner, Michael Keaton's like, "My name is Dangerously, Johnny Dangerously." And Mary Lou Henner says, "Did you know your last name's an adverb?"
Oh, so not everyone, only intellectuals will get this. I know what you
Well,
mean.
yeah, I mean, that's the thing is that, like, if you're a fan of Godfather or Scarface, it might not work for you. But if you love James Cagney movies, which Amy Heckerling does, it'll totally make sense. Like The Public Enemy and The Roaring Twenties, that kind of thing. You will dig Johnny Dangerously.
I
I
have
think
to
you will.
watch it.
And oh, and best of all, the title song "This Is the Life" is by Weird Al Yankovic.
Really?
It is glorious. It is glorious. Without a doubt, I think Fast Times is Amy's most overrated movie, and I think Johnny Dangerously is her most underrated movie.
Rated.
Yeah.
I have to watch it though.
Number two, number two. Can you take a guess?
Molly.
She only produced that.
She didn't direct it.
No, she didn't direct it. Yeah, she also produced A Night at the Roxbury.
Oh, right. Oh my God. She did a lot of things. Oh my God.
She did a few more things. I mean, she did some stuff on TV too. But the second film, it's not Clueless. Clueless is number
It's
one.
number one, I was
Okay.
gonna say.
Clueless is number one. Clueless is number one. Number two is I Could Never Be Your Woman, which reunites Paul Rudd and Amy Heckerling. It stars Michelle Pfeiffer as a TV producer for this show called You Go Girls, starring Stacey Dash.
Really? Oh, this film. That's why I was like, wait, does she have more films? And it's your number two.
This is my number two. It was never properly released in the United States. In fact, the distributor kind of screwed Amy Heckerling over in terms of distribution because he didn't like the salary that Michelle Pfeiffer was taking. And also, she didn't want to pay her for publicity. So it never got a theatrical release in the United States. And in fact, there was even, I remember reading about it because I wrote about the movie for a DVD website. And like this Entertainment Weekly article had just come out about how the producer and Amy Heckerling were totally screwed over by the distributor. And so a lot of the jokes that were prevalent in 2005, by the time the movie came out on DVD, they were all dated. So it was almost like a waste of time and effort. I adore I Could Never Be Your Woman. It's basically an older woman, younger man romance between Michelle Pfeiffer and Paul Rudd. Are you sold?
I have to. I have to. This sounds amazing. I can't wait to watch it. This and Johnny Dangerously.
It's awesome. And Amy Heckerling actually discovered Sarah Rees Ronan when nobody knew who she was. This was before she got the nomination for Atonement. And she plays Michelle Pfeiffer's daughter, who completely rips apart like Britney Spears and Alanis Morissette in a bunch of hilarious songs that she does. And it's inspired by Amy Heckerling's experiences working on the Clueless television show and how she encountered a lot of sexism in the industry.
Wow, I have to watch this.
Definitely check out I Could Never Be Your Woman. It's wonderful. And Paul Rudd and Michelle Pfeiffer, they got off the wall chemistry. Like insane off the wall. Henry Winkler, John Lovitz plays Michelle Pfeiffer's husband. You know, wonderful cast and everything. Tracy Ullman. I mean, it's got a great cast and nobody saw it. It's such a shame. Just
What a
nobody saw
heartbreak.
it. Yeah.
Exactly. Screwing women's films like
And
that.
Clueless is my number one. So there's my Amy Heckerling filmography ranking, and I'm not compelled to change any of those. I think
No,
they're all
because
in the appropriate slots.
exactly, because I like you, I feel like Fast Times is just overrated. Really, I don't enjoy watching it now. I don't know. It doesn't vibe with me. I don't like
Yeah, when I rewatched it just recently, I just kind of felt like, I didn't go to high school with these type of people. I don't really relate to what all they're going through. I mean, I can get that high school students nowadays might find it still relatable, maybe. But
Yeah.
I have a feeling, and I think this is a perfect way to end this episode on. But let's try if we were going to take a bunch of Zoomers, a bunch of new teenagers that are teenagers right now in high school, have them watch Fast Times and Clueless. Which one do you think would win?
I don't think it would.
I'm leaning towards
Definitely
Clueless.
Clueless, because Clueless, first of all, now you could feel there's a lot of young Zoomers who are very pro female protagonist.
Yes.
I think they love the tongue-in-cheek 90s stuff. They love the pop culture iconic stuff. I think they would vibe with a lot of things in it, even the friendship, the camaraderie. There is no toxic femininity where women are just like fighting for a man and stuff. They would love Cher so much. They would love the fashion, of course, because they're obsessed with all the intricate details of what makes a film nowadays. So definitely
Hmm.
this one. I think Fast Times is too choreographed or too like cliched to be an iconic teen movie. More of, like
Yes.
just a dated commentary on the times rather than Clueless, which is a very outdated progressive commentary on the times. So yeah, definitely
Yes.
Clueless. I think the young ones would love Clueless more.
100%. 100%. I mean, yeah, look, do we laugh when Jeff Spicoli orders pizza to his class and Mr. Hand, the teacher, takes it away and gives it all the students? Sure, we laugh at that. But that doesn't contribute to any kind of overall structure or character motivation or anything. I mean, no, he's just a stoner and he just loves to serve. You
Exactly.
know, that's all. The characters in Clueless are much more dimensional, a lot more dimensions, a lot more to work with, a lot more to chew on and go over. And also here again, personally, the literary references and the connections everywhere from, Tale of Two Cities to Emma to many other things. Oh, Cliff's Notes. Yeah. We forgot about Cliff's Notes. Oh yeah, when my father heard that, it was like, that's that yeah, that's high school nowadays for you. Yes, like who's that again? Oh, not Shakespeare. Oh yeah, Cliff Notes. Yeah, yeah,
The best. Awesome.
yeah.
How can you top that? You can't. You just can't.
You can't top that at all. Clueless is awesome, and it still holds up. It's timeless. It's hilarious, and definitely my favorite Amy Heckerling film. But check out Johnny Dangerously, and I Can Never Be Your Woman too.
I have to.
Check
I
those
have to
two out.
after what you described. These sound amazing. Okay. Also, the Brittany Murphy documentary. This one I gotta check out because it seems
Yes. Uh, upon rewatching it, I forgot how it rips your heart out. It rips your heart out how this woman could suffer so much when she expected the exact opposite. It just it you know yeah, check out the documentary. It's a lot. There were complaints on like IMDb about like how they interview like some podcasters, but no, they wanted to hear from Brittany Murphy's biggest fans and get their perspectives on it.
exactly.
And they're all different. They're all different, and I think, dare I say, relevant. But no, it also interviews like the coroners, the paparazzi, everything that brought this woman down.
That's
I
awesome.
think is yeah, and that's the thing. I think they all realize, like the toxic culture of the 2000s when it came to body imaging and yeah. Unfortunately, Brittany Murphy was just a tragic victim of all that, and yeah. But here again, one more time, just to reiterate, it does not hurt the enjoyment of Clueless.
No,
It does not hurt the enjoyment.
it could
You
hurt.
can
Yeah.
you can ponder over any line or moment that you like, but the truth of the matter is that she's wonderful in it. You could see how she became a star, and it never quite happened.
The
You
one
know,
that kind of, I think it might change the viewing experience for me would be Girl Interrupted, because her role in that film was too dark. Too dark.
Winona Ryder was very good friends with Brittany Murphy. She said she can't watch it now because her character commits suicide.
And it's like disturbing. Her father molests her. She has like, I think also bulimia or like food disorder stuff. I don't know. It's a nasty role.
Unfortunately, just Brittany Murphy never made anything as memorable as Clueless. I mean, I thought that Penny Marshall's Riding with Cars with Boys was close, but I don't like how they got rid of Brittany Murphy's character a third before the movie was done.
She would
It
steal.
would have been a hell of a lot better if Drew Barrymore was reunited with Brittany Murphy at the end, rather than her own father, played by James Woods. It would have been better. And I know Drew Barrymore was passionate about that book and everything and wanted to get it right. Bless her heart. But yeah, the movie unfortunately
No,
it was also Penny Marshall's last film, and it was just Brittany Murphy was the best thing about it.
I agree. It was
When
awful.
Drew Barrymore tells her that she's when Drew Barrymore tells Brittany Murphy that she's pregnant, Brittany Murphy just automatically goes into my daughter's a tramp. My daughter's a tramp, like trying to pretend to tell to her mother that she's pregnant at 15. And like Brittany Murphy just started going nuts in front of her just to mess with her. She's wonderful in the movie, but the movie, unfortunately,
It's not
it doesn't
wonderful.
doesn't re no, no. And sadly, I mean, most of the movies that Brittany Murphy made after Clueless just never got to the same. Just Married made the most money, but nobody watches that movie now.
Just Married is like her with
Yeah,
Ashton
very
Kutcher, right?
sad, very sad.
Oh,
Yeah, that
I
does.
hate Ashton Kutcher. I don't know. I think he's overrated even at his prime. Why did people hype him? Why was he loved?
I agree 200%. I think there is one exception. I did like the butterfly effect, not
Everyone,
necessarily because of him.
yeah, because the film itself was kind of intelligent.
It is, yeah, it's very intense, but it's also very intense and very
Yes,
sad at the end.
yes.
Um,
It's a great film, but it's not
that's the
good.
only thing at that that's the only thing Ashton related I can watch now, and even then, I don't return to it that often. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's Clueless. Yeah,
So
a
what are you
classic, and it will always be a classic. And I think people will still be. Yeah,
what are you up to these days? Like what are you working on? What are you doing? You always have a lot of things to do.
I know. I'm still. I mean, well, I'm still. I mean, I moved into my apartment, but I still have a lot of things to do as far as the apartment is concerned. And but I mean, I'm still doing my Oz Perkins video. That's still going to be coming soon. And well, and of course, we're going to be talking about the bike riders
Ha ha
in a
ha.
few weeks.
Yes.
Yes, we're going to talk about the bike riders and Jeff Nichols' filmography, which I'll probably do another ranking for that one as well.
I have to
And then after
celebrate.
that, we'll do perfume.
And after that, it will be like our
Hmm.
perfume episode, which is going to be so crazy because we're talking the book and the film. That one is like,
Yes.
can't believe we're
I
talking about.
can't wait. I can't wait to return to perfume. I just cannot wait to do that. Yeah.
Me too.
Oh
Me
yeah.
too.
It's gonna be wonderful.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
wonderful. Thank you, Chris, so much. You're just amazing as usual. I love this
Yeah.
episode. I can't wait for people to check it out and tell us their ranking of Amy Heckerling films.
Please do. Yeah. And believe me, I know that there's going to be people that say, oh yeah, European Vacation is not the worst one she made, or Clueless is not the best one. Everybody's going to have a different ranking, and that's what's going to make it interesting also.
Yeah.
But yeah. But yeah, Johnny Dangerously and I Could Never Be Your Woman. Don't forget those as well. Those are,
No,
yeah,
never.
those
Thank you.
three.
Thank you so much, Chris. It was awesome. I love talking and see you next episode.